LG's flagship smartphone, which is the LG V30. If you end up liking what you see on this channel, please do like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications on my next video. So, how good does the LG V30 hold up in 2021? It was released a while back in August 31st, 2017 as LG's flagship level smartphone. So, how well does it hold up currently? Let's take a look. As always, LG's phone designs are all the same somewhat. The V30 has that premium looking flagship level design. It fits perfectly in the hands when holding it. Although the phone is quite large, as the width is what makes the phone large. And it is, of course, a fingerprint magnet, so you have to clean the prints off or get a case as always if you don't like the prints on it. It is a 6.0 inch smartphone with a dimension of 151 by 75.4 and it has a weight of 158 grams, which is quite light to hold. In terms of build, it does have the Gorilla Glass 5 up front for a solid protection of your screen, so you don't need to worry that much when it falls. Round the back, you do notice a kind of gradient shift when light hits it. It does have Gorilla Glass 5 at the back for a solid protection as well, while the sides are made up of aluminum frames. At the bottom, you do get a Type-C port and a single firing speaker, while the sides house your volume button as well as your SIM slot. It does support single and hybrid dual SIM in the case you won't be adding any SD card. While on the top, you still get your 3.5mm headphone jack with LG's very own hi-fi quad DAC, which comes with lots of features and you can customize it to give you the right sound you want. The quad DAC does help boost audio experience on the phone. The LG V30 does also support IP68 dust and water resistance of up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes, I guess. I mean, with all this said, and at this price it's currently at, it is better than most budget smartphones out there. Moving on to the display, it is a POLED display with HDR10 and it also supports Dolby Vision with a resolution of 1440p by 2880 pixel with a screen to body ratio of 81.2% and a ratio of 18:9. It also has a PPI density of 537 with a screen to body ratio of 81.2%. Like I said, the bezels are quite acceptable. I actually enjoyed watching video on the smartphone. The blacks are actually blacks, they actually look the same as the bezels, and detailing and sharpness, you do also get that on the smartphone. I do feel it's one of the best display smartphones out there.
The second grade. They took down that shadow clone earlier. Clones are frantically protecting that one. There's no mistake, Mother. The one with the Truth-Seeker orbs is the real Naruto.
For the price points. Another thing I came across when using the phone is the setting menu, is that you do get the chance to also drop your screen resolution if you want to. It would help control battery usage for some of you who actually need the battery space, but I don't know why you actually intend on dropping the screen resolution. Though using the phone indoors with maxed out brightness is great. Same goes for when using the phone outdoors. I was able to use the phone perfectly outdoors despite being under the sun. LG V30 just come with a beast. It's still a beast in 2021. It does come with the Snapdragon 835 with Adreno 540. Gaming shouldn't be a problem on the phone. I will be doing a gaming review video on the V30, so make sure you are subscribed to this channel and you do get notifications for updates on the next video. LG keeps trying to improve the skin, though I don't know why people hate it actually. I actually think it's cool. I mean, the settings menus are accordingly are arranged neatly. I don't know why people hate it. Actually, the settings menu is arranged neatly, no scattered unnecessary settings being thrown at you. It did come with Android 7 nuggets, and you can update it to Android 9. And I think Android 9 is the last bus stop, so you don't get Android 10, which should be the last update. Still quite fast. Opening up apps did take time on some apps, but it still gets the job done. Several media apps did open up fast. Good to see it. Still snapping in 2021. In terms of RAM management, the LG V30 did hold up well. It did impress me. All the apps did still maintain its previous page, not naturally reloaded. Good to see that. And you can't really get any phone at this price point with this kind of specs. I mean, moving on to the back, like the G6, the V30 also has its power on button together with the fingerprint. A lot of you may not like the idea, but as always, I'm actually cool with it. Firstly, the position of the fingerprint is perfectly placed, which I feel LG really did a good job in terms of the security aspect. The fingerprint still holds up well. Surprisingly, it's still fast. 10 out of 10, I was able to unlock the smartphone and use it immediately. So, in terms of battery life, the LG V30 just get the 3000 mAh paired up with LG's good software optimization. The battery holds up well for light usage. I actually got up to a day before actually needing to charge. How some people, it actually, light usage actually depends on some people who actually use the phone for a different particular tasks. Like I actually got up to a day use before getting to actually charge the phone, why some people, due to them using it for heavy gaming or also light usage, it depends. You might actually get up to 6 to 7 hours off screen on time. Lest I forget, the phone actually comes with an always on display, and you also do get a super fast charging with an 18-watt charger, and you also get wireless charging, which is 10 watts charging. And aside that, you do get an IP water and dust resistance. Your aspect, the V30 holds up well, though for some reasons I felt it ain't loud. Like, I don't get it, don't get me wrong, the LG phone has a great audio, same goes for the V30, but the sound here doesn't quite sound loud. Everything is on point, but the sound, it ain't loud. And finally, the cameras. At the back, you do get a dual camera setup which completes the face. A robot face, maybe. Anyways, it does get a 16 megapixel standard lens with laser autofocus and a 30 megapixel ultra wide with no laser autofocus. Aside that, the V30 takes really good photos. First off, the dog picture came out good color reproduction, detailing is great, and on the dogs and the stones on the floor, and the brightness is accurate, so no overexposure. With HDR on, the photo came out great. The autofocus was on point, no rough edges. Switching to the wide lens, I couldn't tell any difference. It came out great. Also, with HDR turned off, the picture came out decent. I actually felt like with HDR on, it gave that kind of reddish warm look in the other picture, but here it was tuned down a bit and it looks great. Aside that, the picture still looks great. Same goes for the ultra wide camera. Good detailing, accurate color reproduction. Here are some more pictures. As for video, you can shoot at 4K at 30 frames per second, 1080p at 30/60 frames per second, then 720p at 120 frames per second. So with all this said, for the price point the phone is at, I would actually recommend the V30 over some budget phone out there, if possibly all budget phone out there. I know you'll be losing future updates and future upgrades, but with what the LG can do, I don't see how you can go wrong in choosing this. It has a wireless charger, it has wireless charging, which no budget smartphone out there has that. It also gives you a great display with great viewing angles. You do get a quad DAC for a perfect and good audio output experience. You do also get LG's system optimization, which is good, and it also helps save battery, which I did explain earlier. You also get a great camera, which most budget phone out there do tend to struggle in that aspect. Well, aside that, I think that is all for now. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which is a gaming review video on the V30 to see how it holds up well. So it's bye for now.